We believe.
We believe.
We believe
That Minnesota can be
A place
where we all see our different faiths
and backgrounds.
as our strengths.
But this holiday season,
A lot of Minnesotans are hurting.
many Minnesotans don't feel like celebrating. Too many of us are alone.
struggling to make ends meet,
going without essential medications,
afraid to go to school.
Afraid to go to worship. Afraid to go to work.
Afraid to leave home.
alone, struggling, and afraid.
When we should be celebrating.
Life.
Light.
And freedom.
Minnesota, we want better for all of us.
in this holiday season and in every season.
Everyone should be able to afford and enjoy
Good food and good health.
And none of us should be afraid of our future.
Of people in leadership positions.
Or least of all, each other.
So today,
Today,
we're joining together
Faith leaders from different religions
Races.
Cultures.
and creeds.
To make the new year
A holiday we can all celebrate together.
for life, light, and freedom.
So we resolve.
We resolve to start again in our relationships with each other.
in our commitment to the common good,
in mustering the courage to rise united.
against fear and for freedom.
It will take every single one of us
To create the kind of Minnesota we can all celebrate.
We add our voices to the idea and belief
That we should speak up for our communities.
And lift up all our hopes and dreams.
We clergy from many faiths have been building bridges.
For more than 20 years.
and we invite you to do the same.
join us.
In this resolution for humanity,
We resolve to work for a common good.
For our neighbor. For a future without fear.
So that this time next year,
We can all celebrate.
With more joy.
more friendship.
And more hope.
We believe it's possible.
We believe in Minnesota.
we believe in us.
In a letter to one of his fans, the musician Nick Cave wrote, "Foley, I believe that the ability to change one's mind is the very definition of strength. We pursue the truth wherever it may lead, remaining flexible and humble enough to adjust our views as new evidence emerges, regardless of how uncomfortable that may feel. It is ultimately a form of resilience, not a sign of weakness. Rigidity breaks. Flexibility endures." Good afternoon. Welcome to our worship here together at Merging Waters UU. My name is Chad Snyder. I am a member of this congregation and its affiliated community minister. You could call me the very almost Reverend Chad Snyder. In 2 weeks, I will get to use that title. Joining me in worship this morning are my wife, Amy Lidke, as service leader, music from Terry and Bruce, and on tech, Byron and Katie and Brian, making it all come out to the rest of you so we don't have to shout at you. I have a few announcements here this morning. One of them is my ordination, which will be held at Minnesota Valley UU Church in Bloomington on Saturday the 17th. We are still looking for a few volunteers to help. There is a sign-up link in the Thursday update. None of it is terribly difficult, I promise. You are not being asked to volunteer to handle the service or anything, but to let people in, bring snacks. I know this is a community that is pretty good at making food. Anything like that. So please go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to bring dry cookies and Twinkies. And that's on you then, is really. Also, starting next week on Sunday, we are going to start having available religious education during the service for kids. Deb Schneider and I are doing a lot of the coordinating on that right now. We'll be mostly the ones who are available. We need a couple of people to be here. I know you look around, there aren't a lot of kids right now. So at least at the beginning, it may be just being ready to be here in case we have kids, to welcome families so that we can do that. I see a young person here who we would love to have something, welcome to be in service, of course, but would also like to have that offering And so we're going to start doing that again. We have been here before, 20 years ago. We built it up in exactly this way, by creating the space to welcome families, to welcome children, and then they came. So we're going to try it again. The curriculum's easy. You don't have to do a lot of work. We'll have it all ready for you. Please email me if you are willing to be one of those teachers once or twice a month, or you can talk to me or Deb. Well, Deb's leaving early today, so you can't talk to her after the service. But you can talk to me after the service. And one other announcement this morning, the Minnesota UU Social Justice Alliance, whose board I am on, is holding a webinar this Wednesday from 6 to 7:30. There is a registration link again in the Thursday update, which you should have received, about concrete ways to respond to immigration enforcement. This is one that the executive director, Reverend Terry Berner, who's been here a couple of times, has done before. I sat through it with her a few weeks ago. It is really a good overview of what it looks like to respond. It's not an in-depth training, but it really gives you a sense of what our options are, what we can do, and sort of direction if you want to get more involved. There is a lot going on right now in this community that it can feel helpless. And this is a step toward doing a piece to bring peace. So I encourage you to sign up for it. It's really educational and helpful. And now, announcements out of the way, let us settle in to light our chalice. If you are joining us online, please go ahead and light your chalice at home and put in the chat where you are joining us from. Amy will read a short chalice lighting while I light the chalice because Amy can't be trusted with fire.
I had a moment there. And our chalice lighting words are from Emily Dickinson. In this short life that only lasts an hour, how much, how little is within our power?
And now, well, let me tell them what we're going to sing here, Terry. Now, please rise in body or spirit and join us for our opening hymn, number 361 in the gray hymnal. The words will also be displayed for you. It is Enter, Rejoice, and Come In. If you are at home, sing along to your heart's delight. We probably won't surprisingly unmute you and make you do a solo. Go ahead, Terry. Thank you.
Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your ears to the tongue. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
Lovely. Thank you, Terry. The great writer and thinker James Baldwin wrote, "The longer I live, the more deeply I learn that love, whether we call it friendship or family or romance, that love is the work of mirroring and magnifying each other's light." Each week, we take time in our service, in our time together, to magnify that light, to share the moments that make up our lives, to share the joy and the sorrow between us, so that the joys can be magnified and so that the sorrows can be shared and maybe the burden lightened just a little. We all woke up yesterday morning. In my case, I woke up at 2 in the morning and happened to look at my phone. Do not recommend. To find that our government, which acts in our name still, had bombed Venezuela. That we have apparently made the decision that we will run the country, that it is ours to take. And I thought, hey, Chad, you're preaching tomorrow. Beloveds, I wish I had an answer for you to that sorrow. I do not. Except to say that to hold that sorrow, to be in sorrow, to be angry over it, is an act of faith, is an act of resistance. To not simply let it be. We do not have the ear of the president or any of the people around him, but we have the ears of the people around us. To speak in love of the injustice of this, of the immorality of it, of the cruelty of it. That is faith. Ours is a faith that calls us to a spiritually disciplined love, an accountable love, accountable to ourselves, accountable to each other. And we live into that. We hold and express that sorrow and that love by saying, this is not right. We do not express it by simply saying this is not who we are, because right now apparently it is. It is not who we as a people want to be, and so it is on us to do what we can, bit by bit, voice by voice, to change it. And so it is in that mix of joy and sorrow that I hold that today. Sorrow that it is happening in the midst of so many other terrible things. And joy that there are people like us, people like you, who can do a little to steer the course to something more beautiful, more good, more true to who we can be as human beings. And I pray to us that we are able to make it so.